Hey everybody, welcome to Princess Auto's Facebook Live. You are joining us today for the very first edition of See It Work. My name is Dan Verville and I'm happy to be your host as we show you some of the cool products that we have at Princess Auto and show you exactly what the show's called. See It Work. You're going to see how a lot of our great products work in real time. I'm here today with Mr. Derek Chalmers, DC, from over at our Panet Road store here in Winnipeg.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks for joining us. And today we have a great product to show. We have a portable pellet fire pit.
Absolutely.
Say that 10 times fast. I dare you. It's impossible.
Hard to do.
Yeah.
So this thing is a great pit. Very easy to assemble, very light. 3 pieces. You have a base that doubles as an ash can. You have a fire chamber and a lid. It goes together in seconds. Very easy to start, easy to maintain. It's a great item.
And it's hard to believe right now, like the fire pit for your backyard is in this small box that we're looking at. That's
Absolutely.
Just sitting here. So let's get ahead with this and start with what everybody wants to see, the unboxing. So let's open this bad boy up and let's see what we got to work with here. We did cut it prior where we wore gloves. We had all the proper PPE. We're good. Okay.
Got our lid.
Drill. Yeah, it is very compact, I will say that. Okay. So you have 3 pieces and there's more in there.
Yep.
So here's
You've got a convenient carry bag to go along with it as well.
There's that. We'll clean this stuff up after. This thing, I'm excited to find out what this does.
So that's actually the eyelet that goes on top of the lid.
Oh, there you go.
And there is
Learn something new every day.
a poker and a lifter that helps lift the lid off, because when it's rolling, you don't want to put your hand anywhere near it. So basically, it goes together very simply.
Okay.
Sets down, it nests on top, and then you drop your lid on. That's going to stop any kind of errant items for getting in there.
Yeah.
It's a neat little thing.
Very nice. So once again, just a reminder, Derek and Dan, this is Derek, I'm Dan, here on Facebook Live, Princess Auto, See It Work. We're going to show you how this portable pellet fire pit works, just putting it together right now. I think we got a few final touches.
Yep, we're just going to put the eyelet on to make it easy. We'll get the lid lifter out.
Yeah. Anytime anyone has a question, just fire it through. I might be looking down at my mobile, seeing what's coming up. Going to address any questions, comments, concerns you may have. So here we go, final stages. This is my kind of assembly, like just 2 pieces, put it together. There's nothing.
It couldn't be easier. Nope,
No.
You don't need any tools. You could tighten this down by hand. It's never going to come apart.
Yeah.
Right there.
Boom,
That's
done.
it.
There's your fire pit. That's great. But now here's my question. We did kind of dance around this. The name of the product, portable pellet fire pit. So we're not putting logs in here right off the bat.
Not right off the bat. It can burn firewood. Of course, it would have to be smaller pieces. There's a 15-inch burn chamber in here, so it's relatively small for a common fire pit. But what you're going to be using is pellets. Heating pellets. You could use smoking pellets like we have here. These we sell in the store.
So
We've
here
got some hickory pellets,
Apple
applewood, and mesquite as well. So it can be
Not
cooked
gonna
on.
lift every bag up.
You can do marshmallows, you can do hot dogs. There's a grill on top. You could do some burgers on it if you wanted to.
So here's the apple. This would be great with some apple kind of roasted hot dogs. That'd be nice.
Yep.
That'd be great. So how does it work? I've never used pellets before. You throw them in and you go, or
That's
how does
basically
it work?
it. So the pellet is a compressed byproduct of sawmills and industrial wood factories. You get them everywhere. Home centers, garden centers. You can buy them in small bags like this. You can get large bags. Princess Auto. Ideally, what you'd want to do is just put in about 2 inches deep. Inside the chamber, there is an indicating line that runs at a few points around the inside of the chamber. And
oh yeah, there is a line. I don't know if we can get in there, but we will show you a bit later. There is a line in there to show you how high. It's pretty. Like, I can't screw this up. I don't think I can, but that's how easy this thing is.
Yeah.
And we got one other piece here.
One other piece.
With it.
This is the lifter, and you can also use it to evenly distribute the pellets when you put them in. Once you get the pellets set up in there, you're going to use an accelerant. You can use a fire gel. You can use lighter fluid if it's all you've got. A starting
gel.
log.
We got some other accelerant.
That's lighter fluid.
Lighter fluid, there we go.
In a pinch, you can use lighter fluid. You can get fire starting logs at most home centers, and they'll just get a really, really hot flame going. And once these pellets start, they don't stop. I mean, they are just rocking and rolling. You'll get a nice clean flame out of it. Yeah. It's a very efficient burn. The air coming in underneath the bottom of the chamber travels up. There's an interior wall that you can't see right now. There's holes along the inside of the top of the chamber. That's going to draw cold air into the hot air, boosting the oxygen level, and it's going to give you, in some cases, flames up to 2 feet.
Wow.
So yeah, it's nice. Very nice to sit around and enjoy everybody's company. The one benefit to the pellets is the efficient burn leaves very little ash, so the cleanup is very straightforward. It can be distributed once it's cooled down properly into a garden. It can be put into a trash can as long as it's left for 24 hours, let's say.
So I know what you're thinking out there, viewers. I know what you're thinking right now. By the way, Dan Verville, Derek Chalmers, we're here on Facebook Live showcasing this fabulous portable pellet fire pit. I know what you're thinking. You said, Dan, the name of the show is See It Work. All we've seen so far is you guys build a 3-level fire pit. So we actually took the time. We can't fire it up in here. Wish we could, but we cannot. But yesterday we did set it up outside.
Right.
We fired it up. So we've got some footage to show you of exactly how it works so you can see it work. So let's throw to that. So Derek, you want to walk us through what's going on here?
Sure. So very simple setup. There's the tote that comes in. Easy to take, like I say, to camping, just into the backyard. Store it inside. Keep it out of the weather. That's very important. It's a powder-coated steel, but eventually with the heat, you will get some corrosion on it if it's left outside in the elements. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically, down goes the base. On goes the burn chamber. That's it. It's that simple. Yeah. So we're putting in the pellets now. We put about 2 inches deep in there. We get them evenly distributed. Put in some accelerant.
Oh, we made sure we had a lot of pellets. It was very cold out. We needed a good burn.
Very cold, and it was very windy, which helped the flames. It picked up very quickly.
So yeah, the accelerant, you can see, I guess it's the darker stuff.
Yep. Simple barbecue lighter, got that going. Within 5 to 10 minutes, you should get a flame just like that.
Yeah, it was nice. It is like you said, a very even burn.
It is, and there is very little smoke or ash, with this burn. Once you're putting the pellets in, after about 10 or 15 minutes, you'll want to put a cup to 2 cups in every 10 to 15 minutes, just to keep the fire going at its maximum peak. There will be a small amount of smoke attributed to that, just because it's choking the fire a little bit.
Oh yeah,
but
there's the smoke.
It burns through quite quick. Yeah, the wind, of course, was making that a little bit more smoky than it normally would be. But
so I guess one of the questions that folks might have out there is, so you want to go, you're at the cottage, you want to light up a little fire, maybe not at the cottage, maybe you're on a canoe trip, you bring this thing along.
Absolutely.
And how long does a bag like this last? Like, how do you know, like, for a burn?
A bag like that, you're probably looking at maybe 20 minutes.
Okay.
Typically you're getting larger bags for a pellet furnace or a pellet stove, which is most common. They're going to be a softwood pellet. It's going to burn hot, and it won't burn as long as a hardwood pellet, but it burns a lot hotter. So if it's something that you're going to be doing, a quick bite on a shore or something like that, you're going to cook over top of it, it's ideal. And the pellets, they can stay sealed in a pail or a plastic bag. Very easy to transport, very light. You don't have to worry if you're going camping. If you bring some pellets along, there's no worry about transporting across provincial or state lines.
That's good to know.
Yep, absolutely. With all the ash borer beetles and whatnot. Yeah.
So how much ash? I mean, we generated a bit of ash when we.
Very little. I would say we did probably almost 2 bags. So say maybe a cup of ash out of 2 bags that size.
Yeah.
So very, very little.
So that's nothing. So the receptacle on the bottom, there's lots of room.
Absolutely.
To accommodate for any ash.
Yeah. You could burn for hours and hours and hours, and it would be very, very little cleanup.
Well, once again, Dan and Derek here on Facebook Live, here with Princess Auto. We are showcasing this fantastic unit here on See It Work. It is, we got some more B-roll footage we're going to walk through here. Look at this.
Yeah, so this is basically after it's burned down and cooled off, which was no problem that day. It was a little windy.
No toucan either.
Nope. The ash simply, what was left in it. So on the bottom of the burn chamber, you have to filter down through into the bottom. It's going to pour out into, like I say, garbage can, onto a garden if you want.
I like the garden play because it does help the soil quite a bit.
Absolutely, yeah. You turn that in, and it's nutrients going back in.
So we got a question from Facebook Live. We got Neil in Winnipeg, and Neil asks, does Derek prefer softwood or hardwood pellets?
Well, I'd say softwood. They're easy to get, especially here on the prairies. Your region, you may be a little bit tricky to find, but it does burn hotter, which is really nice, especially if it's a cool night in the spring or in the fall, and you want to kind of sit around with the family. Yeah, the softwood's my choice.
Okay.
Yep.
Is the softwood, like, so for example, the smoke or the flavors that we carry,
right?
Are those softwood or hardwood?
Those are going to be hardwood typically. Okay. Yeah, the softwood, you're going to get maybe a slightly longer burn time out of them, and of course, like I mentioned, hotter. But for cooking, or if you just want a nice kind of an ambient fire, the mesquite, the hickory, it adds a nice note.
Yeah, that's definitely nice. Well, once again, Dan and Derek here. We're chatting about the portable pellet fire pit, which you can get at Princess Auto. Any other final thoughts you want to leave us with?
Really, I mean, we can tear it back down and show folks how it goes back.
Let's tear it down. We unbox. Let's tear it down.
Yeah.
Look at this. Once again, very difficult. Not really. Just kidding. Look at that. Right in there. Also, if you have a large dog, great water dish for the dog.
And into the convenient carry bag, and it's stored away and ready to use again. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I'll let you handle with that. Once again, thank you for joining us, everyone, here on See It Work on Facebook Live. I've been Dan Verville. This is our good friend Derek Chalmers from the Panet Road Store. Thanks for joining us today.
Pleasure.
And yeah, check out all of our great products that you can grab at Princess Auto online. You can find this there, or pop into the store and pick one up. We will see you next time on See It Work. Well, not see it, but you'll be here watching. We'll be here.